Hi everybody and welcome to SA Soccer Magazine show. I've got Oliver Keohane, I'm Kevin Ferguson. Ollie, we predicted through the round of 16. Bit of confusion, I think. You were picking draws and I was just picking outright results. More from the point of view who I thought was going to advance. So maybe we weren't on the same page there, but I think I got 7 out of 8. And you probably would have got 6 out of 8 if you...
Yeah, I would have. I put a 1-1 Croatia-Japan, but then Japan to advance through penalties, and then obviously Croatia.
Yeah, so you did get that game right.
So obviously Croatia went through from a betting perspective, but I should have bet on it, clearly, but hindsight's 2020. I was ambitious.
Not for some people, it isn't. I've seen some people making the same stupid bets time and time again, so it's not always 2020 for the average person out there, you know.
Then on Senegal, I was ambitious. I put Senegal to win, but more hearts over head. Otherwise, I think what was nice was the round of 16 for the most part, outside of the Moroccan game, which you actually called. You said Morocco to upset Spain. For the most part, it was the first time some sort of form guide actually you felt like it took shape and you thought the teams that were meant to win won, in the round of 16. And we've got some thrilling quarterfinals coming up now.
Well, we should. There's only 8 teams left, and it's been a tournament without incident. It's been in terms of a bit of no violence, no street thuggery. So well, fair play to the Qataris.
Yeah, I mean, how have you found it in general, though, from a viewing perspective?
It's been the times have been great. 5 and 9 o'clock for these rounds, and you get to watch football all day. So it's been great.
Yeah.
I think from a timing point of view, from a spectator point of view over there. So again, we're often manipulated by the media into, and make no mistake, there's some issues there like there are in any country. But I think it's gone well.
Yeah.
I'd have to give it a 9 out of 10 in terms of what I've seen and the people I've spoken to that have attended it. So yeah, well done. Let's get into Croatia, Brazil.
Yeah, I mean Brazil, impressive in the round of 16.
What do you make of their loss to the Cameroonians?
Not much.
No,
so all you need to do is, we said week in, week out, but look at who's not in that Brazil squad. And that's, I think, testament to sort of the quality that they've got. Neymar's back. He was limping a bit, you could see from the beginning, but I mean, he played a lot longer than I expected. When they were 4-0 up by 45 minutes, I already thought, they're going to pull this guy on 60 minutes, and they didn't. He played the whole game. But Richarlison in fine form again. I think that goal that he scored was just such great football. It was great Brazilian, just picking apart a team, and netting it. And I think, there's a reason they're heavily favoured going in against Croatia. And sometimes you don't need to be the contrarian. I think this is fairly straightforward. Brazil to win 2-0.
Yeah, they've been my pick of the tournament to win.
Yeah.
And I don't read anything into that Cameroon with all those changes. It's
they'd already gone through, so
yeah, of course. And Switzerland, not a bad side. They put them to the sword 1-0. They've only conceded two goals at the games. So I just like them. I mean, the complete package, aren't they?
I think that's the big thing too. Is a team that's scoring such great goals. You forget that you look at their keepers, and it's Alisson and Edison are their two keepers. And like you said, to have conceded 2, that's what it comes down to ultimately, especially in knockouts. Is are you going to concede or not?
Yeah. So where are you putting? I mean, I'm obviously putting my money on Brazil because I've got quite a bit riding on them to win the tournament.
Yeah.
I say they win this game 2-0.
2-0 is my score as well. Yeah.
Okay. What's up next?
Netherlands, Argentina.
Former Holland.
This is the one I'm most nervous for. Obviously got my money and a big part of my heart on Argentina and Messi. I saw some great memes after the Australian game, though, of Messi just sort of dragging along various things, and they've put an Argentinian flag on it because he really is a one-man show. I was saying Argentina have been good.
They're not without quality, but I get your point that he certainly is being dragged. And I've been reading some some comments about him from the British press about how old he looks. And well, if you're carrying that team on your back during that heat,
Yeah, your knees are going to look a little bit weak.
start buckling. Yeah, I don't know what some of these journalists write.
Yeah, I mean, on his 1,000th game to come out and score, play the way he did in basically an individual masterclass to beat Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that reporting. I think that's reporting with a predetermined narrative, and it's regardless of what happens. This is the paragraph's already written. We're just going to chuck in what the
Yeah, it
score
sounds
was
like the old
afterwards.
drunken journalists back in the day would do. They'd write their piece and then go out on the piss and file it.
Yeah.
And thinking that they were the experts and that's the way the game would play out. Often embarrassing for some.
Yeah.
And certainly when I read these pieces, it's that we live in a cancel culture. That journalists like that should be canceled. They shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah. But in terms of predictions, I see this game going to extra time and Argentina winning in extra time. I'm going to say 2-1.
Yeah, it's. I see a 1-1 draw and a 2-1 win for Argentina as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Gives me confidence when we're on the
aligned.
same page. All right, Morocco. Can they do it again?
Jeez, hey, what? It's great to have an African team, isn't it?
Yeah.
In it.
And it was up on SA Soccer, but Achraf Hakimi, who scored the decisive Panenka, actually born in Madrid, part of the Real Madrid Academy. So they'll put there as his headline, Moroccan-born, Madrid-born Moroccan seals the deal with Panenka.
Yeah, it's amazing. I remember in the day when Ben Johnson was running for Canada in the 80s, and he set the Olympic record, and he was Canadian. Canadian wins the world, the Olympic gold. Until they found out he'd been taking steroids. Then it was the Jamaican ban from, it's just, yeah. So celebrate it while you can. Morocco, there's something about them, man.
They look, that's the thing is I watched that game, watched through extra time, and penalties, and they didn't look like a team that was somehow hanging on against a good Spanish side. They looked like a very good side. That was competing, which they were, and they've got some quality players, but they were playing nice football, and it was a highly competitive game. I don't know how much store do you put in sort of their ability to scrap versus this Portugal 6-1? Do you think this was a bit of an anomaly? What's also going to happen now is, did the coach make his statement? Is he going to put Ronaldo back in the side for the quarterfinals because he's Ronaldo and he was the captain? I mean, he makes a huge statement by leaving him on the bench again for the quarterfinals.
I don't know how you put him on the field. I hate to say this, but I don't actually. I like to say this. He's done.
Yeah.
I don't. He's just not someone that's willing to accept his abilities. He is what I call a prime MLS player, Major League Soccer.
Yeah.
Go and see out your career there. You've had a great one.
Yeah, he's not going gently into that.
No, he's not going gently into the night. And I think Dylan Thomas, the poet, said that you shouldn't go gently into the night. But I think dignity and what he's done, his sort of behavior and certain things that he's coming out and breaking codes of these codes that guys have doesn't serve him well, and. Probably take a bit of the shine off a great career. Yeah,
exactly. It's not nice to watch. If people are always kind of lumped into one or two camps, it's either Messi or the Ronaldo camp, and I would definitely. I'm in the Messi camp, but for me, it's I can always respect and appreciate a phenomenal athletic talent, but. So it doesn't give me any pleasure seeing someone that was such an amazing footballer, sort of like. Such a torrid last year in terms of off-field antics, not actually really performing when he's been playing on the field, where I think a lot of the general narrative is a lot of Ronaldo fans like to see Messi fail. You could probably say that not as many, but a lot of Messi fans, when they see this stuff happening to Ronaldo, are stoked. It's not make for nice viewing to see someone that over a 20-year career in the last year is really undoing a lot of...
No, we live in a world where people have to think they've got to pick sides.
Yeah.
It's like... Messi is a class player. Ronaldo's a class player. They're two different players, and I guess part of Ronaldo's temperament that's causing this sort of end to his career is the things that made his career so successful when he was at the top of the game.
Yeah.
You know? But
so what are you saying for the game? Portugal fairly heavily favoured. 1.66 I've got on Sporting Bets, and then 5.50 on Morocco. Do you think there's value in the 3.70 90-minute draw?
This is a game from a betting proposition I'd stay away from.
Yeah.
I do think Portugal look good. They look decent in the tournament. I would have to, if I had someone gave me $1,000 to put down, I'd have to put it on. I'd take the 66 on Portugal, but I wouldn't make the bet with my own money. And I'm hoping for a Moroccan a miracle. You know, it'd be really nice to see.
Yeah. Nevertheless, I think I'm going to go with a 1-0 Portugal win.
I go 2-0.
All right, England France.
Game of the quarters, yeah.
See, this would obviously, if you had to ask, even before last year, who would you want to go through? It's obvious France, but I just Mbappe's just left a sour taste in my mouth over the last year. So rather the French media than the English media. So I do think France will win, and I would prefer them to. You know what the weird thing is this for me is one of the most likable English sides in a long time, if you look at the players. It's just everything else that comes with England winning.
Yeah.
But I think, I'm going to go for a 2-1 France win.
Yeah, this one is, what's the odds?
2.35 on France, and you got a 3.00 on England.
With those odds, I'd have to have a little tickle on England. There's not the weight of expectation yet that there was at the
Euros.
The Euros. It's they seem to be playing without any of the hype and all this. And maybe that's another another benefit of playing this tournament in Qatar is that there's
it's all their fans there.
Yeah. And it's they don't seem to be under this heat.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard "It's Coming Home" being sung anywhere, or I haven't seen the. I think that there's been a bit of humility shown about the English, which is not something as a Welshman I would say very often. But they seem to be tempering their expectations, and they've got a good side.
A very good side.
And considering that, my last 2 trips to France, I was robbed, I have to cheer for the English. And that, from a Welshman, it's not easy to do. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 England win. Okay. What are you picking?
2-1 to France.
2-1 to France. Yeah, well, let's hope for the best, and next week it'll be more.
Let's hope Argentina are up there.
Well, it could be an Argentina-Brazil.
Yeah.
Semi-final.
Sure.
Either semi-final. Well, and with the one that's not really going to. England will play, according to my thing, who will they play? They'll play Portugal.
England will play Portugal then.
Yeah. Another interesting game. Anyway, if it happens.
Thanks, Kev. Best of luck.
Yeah, thanks, man. You too.